Hello and welcome to another episode of Word Mentality, where I try and tell you about the origin of a word or the correct use of a word so that if you've been using it incorrectly, hopefully you won't be doing that in the future. Today I'm talking about the word use. Now of course use is not a word, but a lot of people use it, and so let's work out why that is and try to clear it up. There is the word use, but it's either spelt this way, use for female sheep, or the word use, as in you use something. But this word here, use, is not a word. When people say use, as in what are you doing this afternoon, the word that they are looking for is just you. What are you doing this afternoon? And the reason that it's confusing is because you is a pronoun that is the same in the singular and the plural. In other words, if you say, what are you doing this afternoon, talking to one person, singular, it's you. Whereas if you're saying to a whole group, what are you doing this afternoon, then it's also just Y-O-U. So in America, you might hear people compensate for this by saying, what are you all doing this afternoon? Or what are you all doing this afternoon? And that can help to clarify it. So that's how some parts of America deal with this confusion. But in Australia, what we tend to do is say use, and it's wrong. I think maybe why that happens is if you have any sort of family background from a country where different language is spoken, then it makes sense to have a different word for the plural, because a lot of other languages do that. A lot of other languages have a different word for the singular of you and the plural of you. And so when you then use the English word you, it makes sense, it seems logical to add an S. There's one of you, there's lots of yous. But it's not correct. I'll show you what I mean. In French, the word tu means you in the singular. But if you wanted to talk to a whole bunch of people, you would use the word vous, which also means you, but it's in the plural. So tu and vous, quite different words. Unfortunately in English, that's not an option. We have the word you that applies to a whole group of people or just one person. The way we know the difference is through the context of what we're reading, if we're reading something, or often through hand gestures, and that's how you work out whether you mean you in the singular or you in the plural. But you just need to remember that if you say use, then use is wrong. Thank you.